There's been a few mysteries about attractive men coming on Facebook and fronting various programs and so on. And I've had a lot of interest from people asking about the secrets of all this. I'm only kidding, really. But we're just having a little experiment now to see if we can brighten up another way. We're not in the chapel at the moment, but we can be in a great chapel if we wish. We're just trying out some technical tricks to see if we can use this room here for short talks or discussions, or for people who will be guesting for us on our Facebook page, because there are lots of people with good things to say, and so we're hoping that we can persuade at least some of them to come and share their thoughts on whatever's going on at the time, or aspects of our Catholic faith, those kind of ideas. Now, I'm sitting in my room at the moment, in fact, at Lady of the Vale Nursing Home, which is a nursing home, obviously, but I was brought here about 5 years ago. I am a priest of the Diocese of Shrewsbury in the northwest of England. My name is Michael Cupid, and I was on a parish, but I had been affected by diabetes, and I'm afraid it cost me the lower left leg, and after that I wasn't able to work in any easy way on the parish. And so I was brought to this nursing home because the sisters who are the proprietors of the nursing home, if you like, they are called the Sisters of St. Joseph of the Apparition. They were a French order, or are a French order, and they were founded in the first part of the 19th century by a lady called Emily de Villars. And her vision of serving the poor and the needy was a big one. And eventually she was joined by more and more people, women, who gave their lives to teaching and educating and nursing, and in general ways to help people who were in genuine need. And this began, and now, this is 2020 now, the order has been the Congregation of the Sisters of St. Joseph of the Apparition, they're called. They have been going for some time, and they still are. So what we'd like to say is a great big thank you to the sisters, and in these strange circumstances of the coronavirus that's threatening our whole world, well, what's happened is that I, who have been here as a resident because of my need for a wheelchair, but also as the chaplain, that I celebrate Mass each day, and I'm available for other sacraments too. And in a nursing home, of course, people die, and we, in that case, we try to anoint them if they're Catholics, and see to their funerals if necessary as well. So that's why I'm here, but the circumstances have arisen because of the inability of people to open churches in case people catch the coronavirus. Then we've been, for the last few weeks, broadcasting our masses from the chapel here. It's a very beautiful chapel, and it's quite a sizable one. And we broadcast every day at 10 o'clock in the morning. We celebrate the Mass of the day and invite other people through Facebook to join us. So we've had quite good responses sometimes, and people not just here in England, but people from America, from the Philippines, from India. We get messages from them saying how much they're delighted to join in with other brothers and sisters wherever they are in the world to celebrate Mass together. And it's a little bit of a strain in some ways, but it's been well worth it. Because this place is a little off the beaten track, our daily Mass attendances, when it's possible to go to church, have been 20 odd, maybe 30 on a Sunday. But here we've been getting hundreds of people joining us because Facebook tells us how many people are watching. So what we're trying to do now is to continue to encourage a community, even though they're not here physically, to remain part of our Christian family through our celebration of the Mass each day. And hopefully, if and when things come back to normal, we might be able to persuade some people, particularly near Manchester, which is where we almost are now, to come to see this place that they've been part of on their computer. One of the reasons for that is there is a shrine here. One of the sisters in the 1940s was very, very ill indeed, and the medics, they had given up, say that she would certainly die. She had gone down to 4 stone and was very, very ill indeed, Sister Teresa. Anyway, a decision was made that they would pray to their foundress, the sisters, Emily de Villar, and see what happens. Well, in fact, Teresa was healed. And this miracle was taken to Rome to be verified. And the Vatican did verify this as a miracle attributed to the interception of whatever the word is, for Emily de Villar, the intervention, Emily de Villar. And for this, Emily de Villar was canonized. So the sisters here, their foundress, is a saint. But what's interesting for us here is that where this happened, in the bedrooms at that time, is just off our chapel. And there is a shrine here that's been erected by the sisters, inviting people to think about the life of St. Emily de Villar and her sayings. And so we're hoping that perhaps when things get back to normal, we can encourage people to come here to pray at St. Emily's shrine, celebrate Mass, and if they want a talk or two, to make it a day out. Got nice grounds here, and perhaps we could have a picnic as well. But we're looking to do that, to encourage people to come to somewhere where the Vatican recognises a miracle took place. And so you're all very kindly invited when we can resume normal service, in the sense of people coming to the church, to come and celebrate with great joy a miracle in our midst. And in that sense, we hope we can help people to understand that right here near Manchester is a shrine they can come to for a bit of quiet, a bit of worship, and a bit of fun perhaps, with a picnic and so on in the grounds. So we hope that this lengthy appeal from me, which not like me, I'm normally very succinct, but it's an appeal to people maybe to think about that and see what we can do. But it's helping us technically to change our backgrounds and things here, to see if we can use this to brighten the way that people come to listen to talks or be led in prayers or the celebration of Mass. We've been very, very pleased with the numbers of people who've been joining us for Mass through Facebook, and we do hope that we can build on that, and particularly for people who are not able to get out very easily. It's a great boon to know that they're part of a living community and they're not just watching a priest somewhere saying Mass for them. We're praying together at home and here in Bowden Vale. So we hope that this kind of thing we can build on and help people to have a much better grasp of the continuing presence of God and grace in our midst.